This match is for the Western States Heritage Championship. It is scheduled for one fall or television time remaining. Introducing first the challenger, weighing in at 278 pounds from Waxahachie, Texas, Dick Murdoch. Hey! With Eddie Gilbert at ringside. All right. And now, introducing the champion from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing 259 pounds, Barry Windham. The referee for this championship match would be Carl Fergie. One fall or television time remaining.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have been joined here at ringside by Terry Taylor. And
thank you, Jim, for saying it was nice to have me back before we were on the air. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad to see you back. I have a lot of things to talk to you about, and hopefully you'll be able to answer some questions as this match progresses.
All right, I'd like to. As long as they're pertinent to the match, we have to keep with what's going on here. It's a very important matchup here.
I wholeheartedly agree. This match, one fall, our television time remaining. Western States Heritage Championship on the line. Two proud Texans. The number 4 contender, Dick Murdoch. The number 1 contender for the world's title, Barry Windham. And this match has a tremendous amount at stake here. For that man, the veteran, Dick Murdoch, he needs a championship. He wants a championship. He feels like he's got more heritage. He's a mold from the Old West. And Barry Windham also has a great deal of pride in where he came from.
Well, you don't think there's intensity in both these men? It's a good sit out by Dick Murdoch, a very good arm, let's say a fireman's carry by Barry Windham. He's going to have to work hard to keep Murdoch down there. Come on, Dickie!
You know, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be telling you fans just a few moments about great live action coming to the Superdome all through the state of Louisiana, St. Louis, Kansas City, coming to California, Los Angeles, Stockton, and many other places. And they're in the ropes here.
Beautiful escape by Dick Murdoch. Now, that was picture perfect.
Murdoch made his way to the ropes. The referee quick to step in. Referee Carl Fergie assigned this very important bout here as Dick Murdoch challenging Barry Windham. Nice fireman's carry by Murdoch. Murdoch with the arm bar. Murdoch is a master tactician. He's as tough as they come. It's going to be a supreme test for one of the great young athletes in our sport, Barry Windham. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, by the way, is at ringside.
Yes, he is, and he's minding his own business, contrary to what a lot of people, including yourself, have to say. This Murdoch, I saw him in the back. He is geared up. He is ready. He thinks that this is his night. Got the champagne on ice in back, and I plan on joining the celebration after the match. And you're not invited, Jim.
Well, that breaks my heart. Murdoch holding on to the arm bar. That shows that big man's tenacity.
Now, see how he's got all his weight on top of Barry Windham, pulling that shoulder up and pushing that head down. There's nowhere for Windham to go right now. That's that ring savvy that's been in the ring so many years. Now, Barry Windham will start panicking after a while, and that burns energy. I know Murdoch's going to try to wear him out. So that's what this young man has. He's got the youth, but that Murdoch is a KG veteran, and he'll make this kid wear himself out before it's over with. Notice how he's leaning on him, leaning all the time.
We've got some great standby matches, ladies and gentlemen, scheduled, but this match, as I mentioned earlier, one fall or television time remaining. The big Texan from Waxahachie, the veteran.
278 pounds leaning all the way on Wyndham's shoulder, pulling up on that arm, Jim. I don't mean to interrupt you. I know what you're saying is important. These people, if you've never been in there and you don't know what it's like, what's the old saying? Fear makes cowards of us all. And when you start hurting, you get scared a lot quicker.
That was a cliche pinned by the legendary Vince Lombardi. And it really does have a lot of meaning. Murdoch with the hammerlock, excuse me.
Whoa!
Windham with an elbow. Football tackle.
Good hip lock by Murdoch. Get back to that arm. There he goes. That's smart wrestling.
That was a great offensive move by Dick Murdoch, a short flurry by the Sweetwater, Texas native. But Murdoch, I'll tell you, he really does have...
He knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Sure does.
Just like me. And you talk about what I'm doing, I'm staying on vacation until I get ready to come back. And I just want to tell you, I have an announcement to make later on, but I'm just telling everybody right now, I do have an announcement, and I've enjoyed my vacation. Thank you.
I've got a lot of questions to ask you as well, and ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more.
Ask me right now. Ask me now.
I don't have time right
now.
We'll be back with more after you hear this from the UWF. High hip toss by Barry Windham, and Murdoch has felt that one.
Yeah, we'll see why in Barry Windham, if he had that killer instinct, he'd go right after him, giving him a chance to catch his breath. Sorry, Murdoch knows what he's doing.
It's a good opportunity, Terry. Where have you been? I've heard a lot. We've heard a lot of rumors. And I don't even want to start rumors. I just want to know, where have you been?
I've been in Florida visiting my family. I've been taking it easy. John Ayers is sitting here next to me. Everybody knows that he's been keeping me off television. Did he tell everybody that or not?
I haven't heard that,
okay.
No.
Well, he's been keeping me off television, but the ratings went down so much, he had to have me back. The sponsors were screaming. So here I am again, adding my expertise. And I just thought, I see Barry Windham on top here. I don't know how he did it. I was answering your question during the break. Probably pulled his hair or his tights or something.
Good look at the intensity of Barry Windham. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you'll find anywhere in any wrestling federation, association, anywhere you're going to find the intense competition or the world-class matches like Commissioner John Ayers has signed, especially here this week with this Western States Heritage Championship, bringing it to you fans in the comfort of your own home. And we do appreciate you being with us each and every week on this great television station for UWF action. And Windham is wrenching it down.
He's doing the right thing. I got to give credit where credit's due and call it like it is. He's on top of Murdoch, keeping him down where Murdoch has no way to get away. Now, that's a smart wrestling. A lot of people say, oh, he went to the ropes. But that is smart wrestling right there and taking advantage of the break. What an elbow to the face. And then to the arm. I got to love that kind of wrestling, because you don't just wrestle the guy and pin him. You make him pay. I like that. Next time they say, hey, Windham, you want to wrestle Dick Murdoch? I was like, well, I'm not so sure. Last time it took me a week to get over that match.
Murdoch, look at him use his size. He's exerting a tremendous amount of pressure on the shoulder of Barry Windham.
Notice how he's sitting on Barry Windham's back.
Hot stuff Eddie Gilbert is not cheerleading. The crowd here certainly not very excited about his leadership.
Now, see, I used to think you had to have this, so people had to get behind me, and I thought, well, gosh, if I let them down, they'll all be mad at me. They got mad at me anyway. So now all I worry about is myself, Hot Stuff, and Dick Murdoch. And then I know when I do something, it's from the heart, because those guys are my friends. I tell you, that Murdoch takes a page out of the nasty book, doesn't he? Kicking, stomping, but everything's legal. Keeping Windham down to get his own arm back.
Murdoch trying to shake it loose from his arm, but Windham reverses it. Windham and Murdoch have both worked on the other's arm, and I mean aggressively. And now Murdoch asking for a little break in the action. And Windham, the champion, really with a wrist, twisting the wrist down on with the leg. Now BW establishing a base and using his size to wrench back on the arm.
Yes, sir. Both these men know what they're doing. You have to give credit where it's due. They're both trying to keep each other down on the mat and trying to make the other man carry their weight. I think the reason that Murdoch is working on that arm of Barry Windham is because everybody knows he's so proficient at that lariat. If that arm's hurt so bad that he can't do it, Murdoch knows that's one weapon that he's really taken away. And I think on the other hand, Barry Windham knows that he's got to have both arms to drop him on his head for that brain buster. And I think it's smart wrestling on both men's parts.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's the #1 contender, Barry Windham, who is defending his Western States Heritage Championship. Windham, the #1 contender. Both these men looking for a World's Championship matchup. And it's inevitable. #1 will have to face the champion sooner or later. Murdoch would love to be the Western States champion. I think that means a great deal to the veteran. But he'd also like to get his hands on a contract and sign it. And, of course, Eddie Gilbert would give the blessings as far as that's concerned. Barry Windham. Boy, what a superb athlete he is. He's going to be one of the great superstars in wrestling. He's there now, but he's going to get nothing but better as in the weeks to come.
Yeah, as long as he stays injury-free. That's a very important thing when you're wrestling somebody like Dick Murdoch, who doesn't think twice about breaking an elbow or dropping you on your head and shortening you up about 2 inches. You always got to think about that when you're wrestling somebody like Murdoch, because you know he ain't afraid to hurt somebody. Matter of fact, he likes it. There's that elbow to the face. I love that.
Murdoch has got one of the most vicious elbow drops in wrestling, reminiscent of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes bionic elbow. And talk about double bull rope action. That will be as nasty and as physical as you've ever seen in the Superdome. Murdoch went for the elbow there, and Windham high, the 6'6" youngster from Sweetwater, got in the lights on that one.
He's not following up again. I know he's hurt, his arm's hurt, but he's still not following up. It's a classic mistake. He's standing over him, seeing how proud he is of himself. Somebody like Murdoch, you got to jump on him. Every chance you get, you never know when the 3 count's coming, and it's like basketball. If you just dribble, you can't score if you don't shoot. And if you don't cover a guy, you can't win.
Both men are very cautious in some of their maneuvers. You see that great explosion, that flurry of offense. But with the stakes as high as they are, both men looking for a World's Heavyweight Championship bout, and with the Western States Heritage Championship on the line in this matchup, This match, I don't think you get any more stipulations, any more importance in the careers of either of these men than we have here on television.
I'll tell you, I was voted Vero's hero. Went home to Vero Beach, and the Chamber of Commerce bestowed that honor upon me.
No,
Very smart wrestling by Murdoch. Slipped out. Barry Windham had a second. He took his eyes off him, and Murdoch slammed his arm down on that apron. That is smart wrestling. That Murdoch, well, you can learn something from him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with more of this championship matchup after you hear this from our local stations. We are back here, ladies and gentlemen. Terry Taylor and Jim Ross at ringside. This tremendous crowd watching with a great deal of anticipation this Western States Championship, Terry.
Boy, that Murdoch is torturing Barry Windham and enjoying every second of it. When you get a man down and you got him and you're torturing him and you're making him miserable, he's thinking, well, should I lay down for 3 seconds or should I get up? And then, boy, sometimes you think, well, maybe I should just lay down. You find out what you're made of right there.
Commissioner John Ayers, Super Bowl rings and all, sitting here at ringside.
Well, I'm impressed. Counted on, what, 21 other guys to get it for him?
Ladies, those are Terry Taylor's opinions, ladies and gentlemen, and don't reflect the opinions of Universal Wrestling.
It's a good thing we got those commercial breaks. All those sponsors came back when they found out I was back. Do you know that?
No, I'm.
What do you know?
I'm missing a lot of your Vero Hero.
Vero's hero.
Whatever it was.
Chamber of Commerce. They love me down there.
Murdoch.
He won't hit him. He's not that kind of guy. Straight down the middle.
He's got a short fuse, Murdoch does, as does Windham. And this one, well, I'll tell you what, these great athletes, you just don't see action like this in any other league in wrestling. That's why the Universal Wrestling Federation is #1. And would you agree with that?
That's why I'm here. Yeah, the competition is great. I'll tell you what I'm excited about, and I know it's going to happen sooner or later. Both these two are great wrestlers, and they're testing each other, and they're going for that leverage. And sooner or later, somebody's going to get mad. And I can't wait, because these two guys, both of them, and I can attest to both of them, have two of the strongest right hands in professional wrestling. And they love to throw them. And I think Murdoch even likes to get hit. You can tell by that face he hadn't walked away from too many.
Great action coming to Chicago. I know that on Monday night, August 17th, Dr. Death will make a triumphant debut in his hometown of Denver, Colorado, McNichols Arena. Dr. Death will also be in Minneapolis at the Met. Big action coming up nationwide. Chicago, Denver. Murdoch dropping down.
Beautiful move for big man.
The pace has quickened here. That took out a Windham and Murdoch. Murdoch, what a drop kick.
That's it right there. That's it.
That was a great move by Dick Murdoch.
That's it. Boom.
And Windham.
You got to admire that courage. I don't care. I don't like Barry Windham. But I'll tell you, that right there was a beautiful drop kick, and I could see him. He was looking at me, and his eyes were rolled back in his head.
Eddie Gilbert has been rather dormant at ringside, which I think the fans are enjoying, seeing this great one-on-one confrontation between these two superior athletes.
No punching, you notice that? Nobody's thrown a punch yet. Whoops. Well, I look like I'm pretty close to a punch to me. What do you think?
I think that would count as a punch in anybody's book. Murdoch with that taped right hand. Windham kicks out.
No, I didn't kick out. He just lifted that shoulder. He's in trouble right now. Murdoch knows it. He's going to press it to his advantage.
Murdoch will definitely press the advantage here. The veteran knows every trick in the book. He knows that he does have the definite advantage here.
Tell you one thing I like about Eddie Gilbert. When he sees something that Barry Windham does wrong, he makes sure, he's such a great wrestler and a manager, he helps the referee. And I appreciate that, and I'm sure the people out there do, that he's been keeping us right down the middle. Just saying what a great manager and referee helper you are.
Look now, Terry, right there we got a new belt added to the stable.
Yes, sir. Barry Windham doesn't look too good right there, does he?
Murdoch has got the arm barred. He's pulling back on the face of Barry Windham. His weight, Murdoch's weight.
He's got the arm going one way and the head going the other. And if you don't have a strong 20-inch neck like Barry Windham or the rest of the professional athletes, your head will just go and there's nothing you can do. You can't breathe, you get dizzy, you run out of gas, and then the guy takes advantage of you and either pins you or, like I think Murdoch's going to do, is punish this guy.
Murdoch.
That arm of Barry Windham's, excuse me, but that arm of Barry Windham's has got to be almost asleep and almost useless. He has got to get out of this soon, or Murdoch, as he's going to be helpless.
His right arm's working. Wyndham showing his agility. High cross body press. Pinning predicament, count of 1, 2. And the referee was coming down for the 3 count. Murdoch up quickly, so was Wyndham in the arm drag.
I think he got his hair on that. Yeah, see, I was right. Murdoch said it. I think he got his hair on that arm drag. He doesn't have the leverage because that left arm has been abused, and I think he got a great handful of that hair.
I don't think very many people here want to believe Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert or Dick Murdoch in this particular situation. As far as the hair pulling. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking another commercial break here in a few moments. Obviously, we'll keep taping this. This is really turning into a classic. Windham got that knee right on the face of Dick Murdoch.
Think he's learning something, a little something from Murdoch? Use your knees, your elbows. Everything is a weapon in that ring, and it's all legal except the fist. A smart man uses it. Excuse me, Jim.
Windham back with the arm bar. The strategy is really unfolding here. The game plan is becoming very obvious, ladies and gentlemen. And something that we must do very obvious at this time is take a commercial break, and we'll do so at this time and be right back with more UWF action and the Western States Championship after this. From All Pro Wrestling's here, the representative Roy London from Pro Wrestling Illustrated, photographers from around the world here, and Murdoch.
Oh, I heard that right here. I love that.
Murdoch, I'll tell you, Murdoch teed off on Windham, and he hit him as solidly as you will ever see in the squared circle.
That Murdoch throws a great punch, and I'm telling you right now, if this thing turns into a slugfest, that's going to be a classic, too, because both these guys love to mix it up, and they sure aren't afraid of getting their faces messed up.
Wyndham's having trouble maintaining his equilibrium, and rightfully so after that vicious right hand from Dick Murdoch. The big Texan from Waxahachie has got a vicious right hand.
There you go. You hit him in the jaw twice, which works. You know, if your neck isn't strong, the punch will snap your neck and knock you out. Then he goes with a neck breaker. That is smart wrestling. And right back to that arm. That Murdoch is a smart wrestler. Although, you know, if I would have been there when this tournament was held in Houston, I would be the champion. You know that? My vacation, I've been pressing myself. That was important. And when I decide to win this belt, I will. Although I am pulling for Dick Murdoch right now. Let that be on the record.
Murdoch continuing to exert a great deal of pressure to the arm of Barry Windham. As I mentioned, we have several outstanding standby matches signed, but this one is scheduled for one fall or television time remaining.
Remember I told you I had an announcement?
Yes.
We'll see what happens right here. I don't want to infringe on the action in the ring, but when it slows down for a second, which I'm not sure it's going to, okay, I just have an announcement. I want everybody to know that everybody's been asking me, and you especially, what's been going on with Terry Taylor. Here's, I love this Murdoch. I'm watching him, but I'm talking to you. Murdoch is out there taking care of Barry Windham, going for the win. Okay, 2 count. But my announcement is, and you're invited, Chris Adams is invited. I'm going to have a press conference right here on television next week.
Windham with the neck breaker. He reversed Murdoch, and it caught Murdoch quite obviously off guard. Murdoch was not prepared for that. He was going to elevate Windham, it looked like, but BW beat him to the punch, and Windham hit the offense.
Murdoch's in bad shape right now, but never count the man out. He's been there before, and he knows what to do. Now, Wyndham's over there holding his head. I'm just saying that Chris Adams is invited to my press conference. You are, all these members of the press, because I feel like I'm being misunderstood. You say I'm a mystery man. Chris Adams doesn't trust me, which I don't know why. But I'm going to go out. I'm going to tell everybody. I'm going to field questions. That was a right hand. There's a punch. And I'm just telling everybody that next week I'll clear up all questions. Okay?
That'll sound good. I look forward to the press conference next week. But we've got a pinning predicament here right now.
That shoulder is up. That right shoulder was up. It's the shoulder blade, and it was up.
Murdoch,
Fergie's out of position.
Roll out to the apron, and he's on Dream Street out here.
Now, this is the son of a good sportsman. The referee's holding him back, so oh, man, come on. Oh, there he is, punching him on the floor. That's your champion? I want all you kids to look up to Barry Windham. There's your champion. Grow up to be just like him. You can't win a match on the floor.
Windham is taking his liberties with Dick Murdoch, but with the stakes so high, how can you really blame him? Because Murdoch would do exactly the same thing if he had the opportunity.
He didn't.
He hasn't had the opportunity. Don't think that he wouldn't do it. We've seen him do it on many occasions. Well, I tell you, the Superdome Extravaganza, Saturday night, August 1, 8 o'clock. If you are in driving or flying distance of the Superdome in New Orleans, the world's biggest wrestling arena, don't miss it.
I'll be there. I think I'm going to come back either first, second, third. Depends on, you know, when I feel like it, but I'm looking to come back in August. I've had a good time. July's been good for me, taking it easy. And I think I may come back and...
Barry Windham and Murdoch outside. Sorry to interrupt you, Terry, but we've got a championship, and they are battling here on the floor.
I love this.
Perhaps Windham should have...
this.
Oh, they're tattooing each other.
We'll see who wants it the most right now, won't we?
Murdoch just raked the eyes of Barry Windham. Let's see if Murdoch gets back in the ring. Yes, he is.
Well, Murdoch's not going to get counted out. Let's see if Barry Windham gets counted out on purpose.
If Windham can find the ring, he was blinded there temporarily by Murdoch. Looks like Murdoch's going to suplex him back in. But Windham, Windham in a pinning predicament. The referee out of position somewhat. And we had a 2 3/4 count.
That was close. Boy, you don't let that Barry Windham breathe, does he? I love that. Barry Windham thought he had him, and Murdoch came up with a right hand and clubbed him.
Windham with a headbutt. It may have hurt him as much as it did Murdoch. Murdoch lying prone, but so is Windham.
Boy, you don't think these guys want this match bad. I love a match like this. Everything. How long have we been going? This match has got to be at least 20 minutes long, and both men are still going after it like it's been a 2-minute match.
Windham and Murdoch colliding.
Head-to-head.
They hit head-to-head is right. Windham went outside on the concrete floor. Murdoch down holding his face in the ring. Boy, what a collision between two giant athletes.
Boy, I don't want this to end in a count-out. I don't want to see this end in a count-out. This match is too important.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more of this championship matchup right after you hear this from your local station. Barry Windham has made his way back to the ring. He is the worse for wear. Dick Murdoch has finally made his way up to his feet. Murdoch dropped. This may be it for Barry Windham right here.
That was textbook.
Windham was on the floor. He barely made it back in. I don't think he can get up. Wyndham's shoulder, and I mean,
no,
Fergie was inches away.
That was 3. Carl Fergie's a great referee.
And Murdoch, these men have they have left it all out here. Windham trying to kick out. Murdoch back on his back. I'll tell you, I have never seen a match on television go as long and two men compete as hard as we are seeing here. Windham with a right hand from downtown. Murdoch won't lose any front teeth. He's already done that. He left them in the locker room. And now Windham pulling the knee pad down.
I know what that'll do.
Reminiscent of Terry Taylor.
Yes, sir. Can't blame Barry Windham. He's tried everything he knows how to do and still hadn't beat Dick Murdoch.
And Dick Murdoch has tried everything he knows how to do, and he hasn't won the title either.
That's exactly right. That's why this is such a great match. Murdoch's got to wrestle that title away from Barry Windham. You tell Windham wants to keep that thing, though.
Windham hammering away. And Windham is losing his composure, it would seem. And how can you really blame him? And Barry Windham from Sweetwater is nailing the Rowdy Texan from Waxahachie, the battle of the Lone Star State.
That's a Dick Murdoch I know. Get him, Dick. Follow up, baby.
Murdoch right above us here.
Yes, sir.
I tell you,
I wish I was in there.
My hat is off to both of these athletes with the intense competition that you're seeing, but where else could you expect to see it but the Universal Wrestling Federation?
Watch this right hand.
Murdoch at his sadistic best now.
He's going to close one of those eyes. Yes, sir. He's going to close Barry Windham's eyes now. You hit a guy like that a couple times with that take fist, well, you can hear those. If that eye closes up, brother, that whole left side is vulnerable, and Dick Murdoch can take advantage of you quicker than anybody.
Windham, strong right hands. Murdoch inside cradle. Can he hold him? And Windham kicks out. Now Wyndham's on top. Pinning predicament here. I'll tell you, this one's draining me.
Wrestlers, counter wrestlers. Both of them trying. Murdoch hadn't got it. See? Barry Windham can't follow up either. Oh, yes, he can.
Windham reached down. That's what champions are made of. He was down. He all the way down to the soles of his boots. He came up with that big right hand. And that's going to take a lot of starch out of Dick Murdoch. Windham now.
That's going to take a lot out of him, too, trying to suplex that big man.
He's trying to get him up. He's lost a lot of strength. Murdoch, the strategist. Good move by Murdoch. And Murdoch with a 2 count. Windham just couldn't get him up.
I think Eddie Gilbert's right. That was a little slow count by Carl Fergie, who's a great referee, but in the intensity in these matches that mean so much, sometimes the referees feel the pressure too. Carl Fergie is a great referee. Uh-oh. Now, you know when the stakes are high, a guy goes out to the top rope to try to finish his man out.
High-risk maneuver here.
Trying to take him out, going to the top.
Murdoch may be putting it all on the line here. He's trying to get to the top. He's weak, man. I'll tell you, he's been hammered.
If anybody can pull it off, though. If anybody can pull it off, it's... Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Murdoch, he didn't think Windham was going to get up, and Windham buried it in the midsection.
Oh, no.
And Murdoch all the way off the top rope.
Uh-oh. This looks bad right now for Dick. He's really going to have to dig down now. Barry Windham going for the figure 4. And if anybody knows how good that is, it's me.
Barry Windham.
Using my move. I'm going to go out there. I guess I'm at the clothesline, Barry Windham.
He knows that Murdoch's legs are weak. I can't imagine how either man, every part of their body's got to be weak by now. Murdoch's trying to get to the ropes. He is.
Eddie, get down.
He's here the ropes, but the referee is with hot stuff.
That's smart right there by Eddie Gilbert.
Murdoch's got the wireless microphone, and he just nailed Barry Windham with it. Eddie Gilbert and the referee are that's why Gilbert's here all along, to just interfere. Murdoch just threw a $300 or $400 microphone around like it was.
When it comes to microphones of $300, that's nothing compared to what this title means. This title means everything, and that's smart wrestling by Eddie Gilbert. This title means so much. These two are out there as a team.
And Windham has been busted open. Windham has been busted open, not at Murdoch's fist, not at a part of his body, but he used the microphone and hit him squarely in the head with it.
That's winning wrestling. When you're going after something like the Western Heritage States title, you've got to do things like that. I used to think that you shouldn't do it, but now you have. Boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to take another break.
Not now.
We'll be right back after you hear this from the UWF.
Come on, Dick.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Dick Murdoch has just knocked Barry Windham from the ring. I understand we've got about, I think, 4 minutes left in this match.
But Barry Windham, see now, he's busted open. You don't know how much blood he's lost. We don't know how bad that eye is. It looks like it's over his left or right eye. And Murdoch's closing in on him. You can't see your opponent. You're a sitting duck.
Windham badly lacerated. Murdoch now trying to take advantage of it. We'll keep you abreast of the time.
Barry Windham's a bloody mess, and Dick Murdoch is the man. If anybody can take advantage of this, it's Dick Murdoch or myself.
I've been informed, ladies and gentlemen, just over 3 minutes left in this match. And can Windham hold on? Can Murdoch reach down in his vast experience and take advantage of this moment in the next 3 minutes and win the championship? But Windham will not go down without a fight. He is a proud young athlete.
Come on, Dick. Time's running out, baby. You can do it, though.
Windham kicking away at Murdoch. Remember, it was Windham that had the figure 4 just moments ago. These two supreme athletes have waged one of the most tremendous battles I've ever seen. And now Murdoch's got the championship belt. He'd like to win it. He'd like to use it as a weapon. Murdoch
like a whip. He used that like a whip and hit Barry Windham in the face. That was whip metal at the end of that thing. But that Dick Murdoch will pick up anything, and maybe he'll just pick up that belt and carry it out the way he's going.
We're just over 2.5 minutes left in this matchup.
Come on, Dick. I'm having trouble sitting in my seat. Come on, Dick. Come on, baby. Don't let the referee hold you back. Go get him. And Carl Fergie stopping him from following up. These people are getting with this match just like you and myself. I think we're going to see history tonight, Jim.
Well, I'll tell you, as far as I'm concerned, we've already seen it. We've got 2 minutes left in this contest. Can Windham hold on? Can Murdoch? And now Murdoch's leg punished even further by Barry Windham. And now will he go for the figure 4? Yes, he's trying to set himself for it. He's weakening with that spinning leg lock. He's stretching the ligaments. He's ripping away at the cartilage, and now he's got the figure 4 locked in, and we're inside 2 minutes left in this match.
I'm an expert at the figure 4, and that is on textbook perfect. Come on, Dick. He's going to have to get to the ropes because, man, that Barry Windham has got it on.
Windham's got the perfect legs for a figure 4. They're long and they're strong.
Lots of leverage, yes, sir.
He's got it wrapped. How much Murdoch's leg could snap like a twig at any moment.
It takes courage to stay in there like Dick Murdoch is right now. When you feel that pain going through your leg like that, it's very easy to lay on your back.
We've got 1 minute left. We got 1 minute left in this match.
Come on, Dick. Brother, it's right now. It's like the 15th round in boxing. There's no tomorrow. There's nothing left. You've got to do it right now.
Inside 60 seconds here for the Western States Heritage Championship. Murdoch and Windham. What a classic. And Windham has lost so much blood. I'm amazed he can get back to his feet, and he's just barely able to do that.
Took his time. Go ahead. He took his time breaking that hold, though. He knows what he's doing. Right in the solar plexus. They're both winded. He's trying to take the wind out of Barry Windham. He has got to hurry. I think both these men are aware of the time.
We've got 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left in this match.
Come on, Dickie. Suck it up right now. For all the marbles, good right hand. It's not like he was in the first 5.
Murdoch came from right field, and now Murdoch with a flurry here. 15 seconds left in this one. 15 seconds left. Hot stuff's on the apron. The referee's got his back turned. We're inside 10 seconds. It's
Brainbuster. He's got him in the brainbuster.
Murdoch brainbusted Barry Windham. We're 5 seconds.
Come on, Fergie. There you go.
They're calling for the bell. The time has expired here.
Oh, what a miscarriage of justice.
No count here. What a tremendous match, two of the greatest in the sport. And what a battle you have seen, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you, the fans here, they're beside themselves. I'm drained. It was one of the greatest matches that we have ever seen. No doubt that Barry Windham will be in line for a World's Heavyweight Championship matchup. Dick Murdoch would obviously like to have won this match not only for the Western States Championship, but also to get his opportunity at the #1 status and to go for the world's title. And we'll have your press conference next week.
Yeah, Barry Windham hadn't heard the last thing from Dick Murdoch, and yes, I will be here with my press conference. Jim, it's been your pleasure, and I don't like the way this ended. I'm leaving.
Well, that certainly doesn't break my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Taylor's press conference here next week. We have just seen, I think, history. One of the greatest championship matchups in the history of wrestling on television. We thank you very much for being with us here on the Universal Wrestling Federation.